Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to cover some of the changes and the new features that are available in ResNexus. To get things started, let me introduce myself. My name is Casey Gibson, and I'm the project manager here at ResNexus. I've been here for 2 years and overall have 8 years of experience in employee training and management. So let's dive right into what's new at ResNexus. We've added additional support for multiple rate types, created an updated version of our grid, added a new recommendations page to help us help you. We've also added integrations with Inex gates, wild energy meters, several new marketing channels. We have also developed the ResNexus mobile app, added contracts to our system, created a Night Audit system, launched our digital relationship marketing program, and overhauled our scheduled deposit system. To kick things off, we will talk about multiple rate types. ResNexus has allowed rate types for a while, but we've expanded that functionality. But what are rate types? Well, just like many stores and businesses offer special discounts for military, senior citizens, or students, you can use rate types to create special rates for your guests. Why should you use them? Well, rate types are profitable, adaptable, and easy to set up. They can help you increase your revenue, save money on cancellations, and streamline your operations, which saves you time. Rate types can also be used to help manage the revenue losses due to cancellations. You can simply raise your existing rates by a certain percentage, then offer a no cancellations rate type for a discount equal to that same percentage. Guests can now decide whether they want a better deal if they're certain about their travel plans, or if they want to pay a bit more for the added security that comes with the flexibility of a rate that can be canceled. Either way, your business benefits. Here's an example. Let's say your nightly rate is $100. You can increase your regular standard rate by 10% to $110. Then create a no cancellations rate type that gives $10 off the updated standard rate. Using rate types can increase your system's efficiency, which can save you time. A bed and breakfast that calls or emails guests to find out if they want breakfast during their stay could definitely benefit from rate types. You could have a standard rate that includes breakfast and a no breakfast discounted rate type for guests who like to sleep in or who have other plans. The guests get choices, and people sure like choices, and the business doesn't have to spend the time contacting the guest. You can create these custom rates and offer them to guests based on group affiliation or demographic. They can be made based on flexibility options like the date of booking. They can also be made based on rooms or classes included. Since they can be used in a variety of ways, rate types are one of the most adaptable tools ResNexus has to offer. Now that you know the different ways rate types can be set up, let's go into how to actually set them up in ResNexus. To create a new rate type, you'll go to your settings page and click on rate types. Now that you're on that page, you'll click that blue add button. When you're creating this new rate, you'll first enter the name and the dates that rate will be effective. You'll then indicate if you are offering a percentage or dollar amount off the base rate or want to offer a fixed base rate for that rate type. After that, you will set up your settings for if this rate will apply to extra guest charges, if this rate will be available online, and if you want yield management or travel protection to apply for this rate type. You will then indicate if this rate type applies to all of your units or just certain classes or certain individual rooms. Once you have all of the rate types configured that you'd like to have, you'll be able to review those rate types on that rate type settings page. You're able to reorder these rates by dragging and dropping on the page and can control if they're available online or make any modifications you need to those rates. So how do you use the rate types that you've set up? In your back office from your grid or the calendar, you'll see a drop-down that will display your standard rate and any additional rate types that you've set up. You're able to select those from the drop-down, and after that's selected, you'll create the reservation as normal, and that rate type will be applied. If you've selected to make your rate type available online, then the different rate types will be displayed on your booking engine. When your guest is searching for a room, if they click the drop down next to the standard rate, they'll see their different rate types displayed. They'll be able to select from that and complete their reservation as normal. Our expanded support of rate types includes the Expedia channel as well as Booking.com. This allows you to configure certain rate types in ResNexus and send those over to the channels very easily by mapping your ResNexus rate type to your channel rate type. You'll do this by navigating into Direct Connect, clicking into either Expedia or Booking.com, selecting the Groups tab, and then you will use the little pencil icon to adjust which rate types are mapped. Let's move on. Next up, we have the new Gen 6 Grid. It includes the same functionality you already know and love with a modern new look and some great new features. You're able to navigate to this grid by selecting your operations menu on the left-hand side of the page in your back office and selecting Grid Beta. On this new grid, you'll be able to tell at a glance which marketing channels your reservations have come from. We've added in icons for the most common marketing channels, and you'll see those displayed on the grid for each reservation. Additionally, you have access to retail and guest summaries. First up, the guest summary, you'll see that this displays a count of your guests by guest type for any given day. If you switch over to the retail tab, you'll see a summary of retail items for each day. This gives you a chance to know which retail items you need to deliver to guests today, as well as which items you need to be preparing for upcoming guests. Additionally, you're able to update your rates directly from the grid. Simply select the rooms and dates you want to modify, and you will see the Update Rates option appear. Take some time and check out the new grid for yourself, and send us your feedback. For now, this grid is in beta because we're waiting to hear what you think, but it will later this year be replacing our existing grid as the new version. After you see for yourself what our new grid has to offer, you may want to chat with your red carpet professional. We've made scheduling a time to speak with them easier than ever. Our new recommendations page offers suggestions for features you may not yet be taking full advantage of, and schedule an hour with your red carpet professional to learn more or get set up. You'll find the recommendations from your settings page on the right-hand side. Once on this page, you'll see recommendations to be able to increase your revenue, channels you may want to add in Direct Connect, suggestions for marketing essentials, as well as things that you could offer to enhance your customer experience. Additionally, we have added in ResNexus Reviews. With ResNexus Reviews, we will reach out to you twice a year to discuss how your business is running and what we can do to help. We'll share marketing trends, go through your reports, and offer tools to help your business in this constantly changing market. This one-on-one time with a business coach and the data shared is valued at $2,600, and we offer it to you for no additional cost. Some of the tools shared may include suggestions to take advantage of new features and integrations that we offer, including Inex gates. For campgrounds or other properties that need to use a gate to keep unwanted people off your property, this is a great system to automatically share the license plates with your gate system to allow only your guests to enter your property. This can save you a ton of time so you are not having to man your gates and manually let your guests in. We've also added an integration with Wild Energy, which allows you to use smart wireless utility meters to automatically track the utility usage of your guests and add those utilities to their bill. Up next, additional integrations that we have in ResNexus. During 2022, we were able to earn preferred partner status with Expedia as well as Airbnb. We've done this by making modifications to enhance our system to improve the traveler experience on their websites, allowing a wide variety of tools to be accessible to you to make managing your listings on these channels and accept reservations even easier. We provide an exceptional quality connection with a reliable user experience. In addition to reaching this preferred partner status, we've added several new marketing channels, including Vrbo, Glamping Hub, The Dirt, Spot Tonight, and Little Travel Europe. Vrbo is great for properties such as inns, hotels, motels, bed and breakfasts, and vacation rentals. Really, the only inventory they're not looking for is campgrounds. But for those campgrounds, we have Glamping Hub, as well as The Dirt, and Spot Tonight. All three of these channels would love to have your campgrounds and RV parks listed on their site. We've additionally added Little Travel Europe, which is a great travel agency allowing you to connect with European travelers excited to explore the United States and Canada. Little Travel Europe is looking for more traditional accommodations and is not interested in campgrounds or tent sites. To keep making your life even more seamless and easier, we've also developed the ResNexus mobile app. It can be downloaded in the App Store now. It is still in beta, but we would love to have your feedback. Check out your different options to create new reservations, respond to messages, and even more. Download it today and let us know what you think. Coming up soon, you'll begin to see ResNexus contracts appearing in your system if you are on Premier Edition of ResNexus. This is designed for long-term or ongoing rentals for campgrounds, as well as for long-term leases. You're also able to use it for vehicle rentals and can be used for manual liability waivers. You're able to easily create a contract for a long-term or critical short-term reservation. Some of the cool things that we would like to highlight about contracts are the ability to upload and store guest documentation. This can include driver's licenses, hunting or fishing licenses, proof of insurance, and any other agreements that you require of your guests for their stay. Once you have the contract set up, you are able to send it to your guests for an electronic signature. This is emailed to your guests, and they're able to enter a secure portal that allows them to upload any of their required documents and electronically sign your contract. You are also able to print a version of this contract following it being signed by your guests. You'll see that you are able to easily access this contract in your back office at any time. You're also able to see a history of the contract when it was viewed and when it was signed. Night Audit. This allows you to optimize your operations and review your daily transactions to ensure accuracy of your reports. Night Audit is an end-of-day sequence that ensures the accuracy of all financial transactions that have occurred at your property on a particular day. At the end of the night audit process, your property should have a net outstanding balance, which is the previous balance, plus debits minus credits. Regardless of how the night audit is conducted, the basic account posting formula applies. The night audit provides an alignment between guest statuses, room statuses, revenues, transactions and payments, reservations, and invoices. The most important part of the ResNexus night audit process is to lock your day. This locks your financial data, preventing any changes for past data, which provides critical alignment between your ResNexus property management software records and your accounting software. Night Audit is primarily designed for larger properties that are running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and have a full staff, including staff members that work third shift to make up the day. Oftentimes, you'll have a full-time night auditor that works the night shift, and they typically are able to do a lot of the bookkeeping. A night audit process is essential to ensure accurate coordination among many departments such as housekeeping, accounting, forecasting, and the start of day front desk staff. So how do you find Night Audit? To get started, you'll navigate to your settings page, and you will go to your Night Audit settings page. This page is only going to be visible to staff members with general manager level access. On this page, you're able to enable Night Audit, select the start date, flag reservations over certain dollar amounts, and able to configure which night audit reports you would like to complete for your property. You are able to come back in and change the reports selected at any time. Once you have your settings configured the way you'd like them, you'll be able to complete a night audit at your night audit start date. Keep in mind, you cannot begin a night audit until the close of the day that you have selected as your start date. So if I chose yesterday's date as my night audit start date, I would not be able to complete that audit until after midnight, and therefore would be able to take care of that today. To find night audit, you are going to look in your main menu, and under the Operations tab, you'll select Night Audit. Following that selection, you will be on the Night Audit page where you'll be able to start your next audit. We are briefly going to cover a few of the reports that you'll find in Night Audit, but there are more, and feel free to check those out on your own. First, we're going to talk about the Departures Report, which allows you to review any guests that you expected to check out today that were not marked as checked out. You'll be able to select the option to check those guests out now, and they will be recorded as having checked out just before midnight on the date of the audit. You'll also see that you have some reservations that are flagged. It's because the outstanding balance was over a certain amount in this case. You're able to go through, check out your guest, confirm the action, and you'll see the audit trail on this report. Next, you have your pending arrivals report, which is very similar to your departures report, but you're able to check in guests that you were expecting to see today that had not been marked as checked in. You're able to check them in, cancel the reservation, or mark them as a no-show. We're going to check them in because we know they did in fact arrive today. And again, it'll show up in your audit. Also very helpful to you is the room status report, but please note that this report will only be displayed if you are completing the audit for the previous business day. If you opt to complete audits less frequently, you will not see this report for past dates. This is simply so that the accuracy of the report is maintained. You're able to change the room status if you are aware of issues with a room or recognize that it was cleaned but had not gotten correctly marked as cleaned. The next report we're going to talk about is your retail items report. These are retail items that were scheduled to be delivered today. In ResNexus, the retail items are sold by delivery date. You're able to see what the retail item was and what the amount was, and if any discounts were given. Then we have the transaction report. This is listing payments for the day. It also lists refunds issued so far. As mentioned before, the report will flag any payments over a certain amount in red. In this case, Joseph's payment is over $250, so it is highlighted in red. If we scroll down, we can see all the payments collected this day and the refunds issued. Looks like in this case that the guest, Michael, was issued a 100% refund, while Henry Smith was just issued a partial refund. Night Audit also gives you the option to complete a refund for your guest right from this report. For this example, we're not going to issue a refund to that guest. And you'll see no action was recorded on the report as a result. Next, we have the daily financial report. This just highlights the different sources for revenue at your property and gives you a really cool look at both the past 14 days trends and your next 14 days on the books to make it possible for you to compare these two. Our tax report gives you an overview of the taxed revenue, any tax-exempt revenue, how much was collected for taxes, and how much is due. As with the other reports, this does show a full itemized list of the taxes collected further down on the page. You're able to click into those reservations if you need more information. The account balances report lets you easily resolve any outstanding balances. If you owe a guest a refund, you're able to check the box and issue them a refund or collect a remaining balance once the guest has left. The payments by staff member is another view of payments but is organized by your staff members and gives you different totals for the day. It also highlights any users that did not have any activity to give you a chance to investigate had you been expecting transactions from certain staff members. The payment reconciliation report breaks down all the payments by type. For example, how much revenue was collected today via Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, cash, check, or PayPal. If there are zero balances in any category, then they will not appear. This helps the report be less cluttered. As you can see today, I only collected one cash payment. The revenue source report is great. It shows you a breakdown of where your revenue is coming from, whether it be from your ResNexus booking engine or over the phone. In addition, it shows your upsells from retail and gift certificates, which gives you a more complete picture of your property. Also, if you have OTAs like Booking.com, Expedia, Airbnb, or any other marketing channel, this revenue will show up as well. Lastly, you are able to finalize your audit and add any additional notes that you want to keep with that audit. Keep in mind, this note cannot be changed at a later time. Once you've completed all of your reports to your satisfaction, you are able to finish your night audit. It will verify that you are certain that you want to finalize the audit, as audits cannot be unfinalized later. You need to make sure that they are complete and accurate before you select the finalize option. Once that's been finalized, you will be prompted to email the PDF copy of your night audit to the selected staff members. You are able to set up any recipients inside or outside of ResNexus to email your night audits to. Any changes to your preferences will be saved for future audits. You're able to add any additional notes. This will be included in the email, but will not be added to the PDF. You're also able to turn off or remove any recipients at any time. This will not change their access to ResNexus. You're able to manage the recipients, and once you've sent the email, you will be directed back to the night audit page. If you would like to see the historical data, you can click print and it will open up the PDF of your night audit. One really cool thing about these PDFs is they do have a link directly to the reservation in ResNexus. As you can see, the Night Audit PDF has all the reports that comprise the night audit or end of day sequence. And at the end of the report is a list of all the audits you made during this day while going through the night audit. Additionally, you do not have to use Night Audit to lock your past data. We've added a setting in accounting where you're able to specify to automatically lock reservation items after a certain number of days. Make sure you save that if you would like this option. Just to give you an example of what you'll see on the grid or calendar when an audit or this setting has locked past dates, you'll see here that the past dates are grayed out. You will find that you're not able to drag and drop reservations. And if you navigate into those reservations, you will find that all financial changes are locked. You are still able to add payments or issue refunds, and they will be recorded on the date that you make that action and will show up on that night audit report. The next big thing is our digital relationship marketing. We are using Google Analytics 4 to create a really special digital marketing system for your business. Included in this, we have next level simplified call to action websites. So we will redesign your website and make sure there are lots of prompts for your guests to take action. We will add super great SEO, search engine optimization, for your website so that you show up in more searches. We offer advanced Google Analytics for tracking for all aspects of your campaign. We're able to define your demographics, both current and potential target markets for you. We include a marketing PDF with email sign up, search and targeting Google paid ads setup, and we offer quarterly reporting and updates. In order to qualify for this, you have to have a ResNexus website. You have to trust our experts. You gotta let them do their thing if you want great results. We also will need 6 months of Google Analytics data. If you are not currently collecting Google Analytics data, we are happy to help you get that set up, and we are able to make exceptions for some clients that are using other marketing services at this time. The pricing for this digital relationship marketing is a one-time $499 setup fee. It is also $1,350 a month and does require a 1-year contract. Up next, we're going to talk about scheduled deposits. We have revamped our scheduled deposit system and now offer the ability to set up many custom rules for your deposits. This can apply to your regular initial deposits as well as scheduled deposits. You can set up as many rules as you like and are able to configure different options across the board, such as settings for when an online reservation is booked more than a certain number of days in advance. You can authorize the card instead of charging it. Once you have the advanced deposit rules turned on, you're then able to add rules. When you select add a new rule, you're able to enter a name, when it will be collected, and choose from a list of different options for how to determine if and when that deposit is going to be collected. If you select a scheduled deposit, you'll see the options shift a little bit. Most commonly, we see people collecting a percentage of the reservation at different date intervals. Check out the awesome new scheduled deposit rule options for at the time of booking and days before arrival, and customize these options to your business. I know we covered a lot of new features today. So to summarize what we went through, we discussed our enhancements to multiple rate types, our new version 6 of our grid, our new recommendations page, the ResNexus mobile app, our contract system, our Night Audit system, our Inex gate connection, our wild energy connection, our new marketing channels, our new digital relationship marketing program, and our new scheduled deposit system. And thanks so much for joining us today. I know we covered a whole lot of material. ResNexus has been busy creating great new features to help your business. I'd like to open this up to questions if y'all just want to throw them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. And if we don't get around to answering your questions in this session, we've also provided some contact information to reach out to us at your convenience. First question I'm seeing here is, do we offer travel insurance? And the answer to that is we do not offer travel insurance at this time. We do offer travel protection, which is a little bit different. And if you're not familiar with that, we definitely recommend reaching out to our team so you can learn some more about that. All right, and the next one, yes, you will be able to rewatch this. It won't be available immediately, but later on you'll be able to come back and review it anytime you want. We've got a great question about contracts. Is the option to have guests complete contracts through ResNexus currently being built, or can it be used now? We are wrapping up the development on that and we'll begin testing pretty soon here, but you will not see it in your back office quite yet. From Nikki, we've got for the grid, you're able to right click and open a reservation in a new window. We have some different changes on that, and we will make a note of your feedback and see if we can get that added in, because I can see how that would be pretty helpful for you to be able to see that there. From Denise, do we offer keyless entry for vacation rentals? Yes, we do have an integration with Remote Lock that we've had for quite a while now. Their wireless door locks are designed specifically for that purpose, and you'll be seeing some more solutions in the future. Got another question about contracts. Can it be used to work for wedding contracts or short-term rentals? Right now, what we're working on is designed primarily for different rental periods that can include weekly rentals and monthly rentals. There are also ways that you could implement it for your wedding contracts. We had a great question about rate types. If you start a reservation and forget to select the different rate, can it be adjusted before the reservation is finished? Yes, you are able to go in and adjust the different rates whenever you need to. We don't have a drop down to change the different rate types, but you are able to adjust that amount. Will the contract charge a fee? I believe what you're asking is, will you have to pay ResNexus additional money to gain access to our contract system? As long as you are on the Premier edition of ResNexus, there will not be any additional cost to begin using ResNexus contracts. Regarding contactless check-in, the system tag says self-serve link. Can that be the wording for the tag shown in the email, since there's more functionality than just check-in? So for right now, that wording is hard-coded, but we're happy to provide that feedback to our team and consider that as we move forward. Right, a deposits question. How would it work if you take the balance of a reservation automatically at a certain amount of days in advance of arrival, and there's more than one credit card number on the reservation? The system is just going by the credit card that's at the top of the list. So if there is a card that you know your guest does not want you to charge, you might not want to have that in there and only have cards that they're okay with you charging. Any upcoming changes to the booking engine or the customer experience? You'll see that we are constantly making changes and innovating. So you'll see several things coming up that will help improve your customer experience. At this particular instant, we're not making any major changes to the booking engine, but you will continue to see small enhancements throughout the year that can have a big impact on the experience for your guests. All right, and on that note, thank you everyone for joining me today, and I hope y'all have a great week.